What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Y'all already see her, the queen herself, the GOAT herself, Phinsanity. What's going on?
What's going on is we're finally on time for Phinsanity Monday. How does that feel?
You finally showed up on time. You're right.
Me?
No, I'm the one that always make us late.
Listen, it seems like the fan base needs to just, calm down. A lot's going on. Off season hasn't even started yet. And we just need to step back, take a breather, and enjoy this 10-6 season that we had. Because coming from 5-11, coming from a rebuild, I don't think we're giving ourselves enough credit, and we're not taking it in as much as we should be. How great we played. It didn't end the way we wanted to, but we're still taking steps in the right direction. And I'm just here to remind the fan base of that tonight.
You're right. That is true. We had a heck of a season. It was a lot to be proud about, but it seems like most of the narrative overdrowns that, including myself. So I'm glad you said that. It actually put things into perspective. But what's Miami Dolphins without drama? So it's always gonna be something. But I get you on that one. But I'm excited about the show. I'm excited about Phinsanity Monday. Let's give them what they here for. Let's have some fun. So what's going on today?
All right. So the first thing I want to know is, what is your most memorable or the greatest moment of our 2020 season for you? It could be in free agency. It could be during the actual play. It could be a storyline coming out of training camp. But like, when you think about it, what's the moment that comes to you first and foremost?
So my most memorable moment and my favorite moment, honestly, and you're not going to believe this. Many that watch this they're not going to believe this, but it was when Ryan Fitzpatrick got benched in the Jets game and Tua came in to start. That was the most memorable moment. Because it was it may have not have seemed like it, but it was a symbol of passing the torch to the future, in which we hope that turns out to be the future. But we don't know. But that moment was my favorite this year, and it could go down as the biggest moment of the season. But the sad thing is, we won't really know how big that moment was until the future. But that was my best moment this year. I was excited about it because I'm hopeful,
Yeah. Listen, everybody knows how much I love Bobby McCain. We could talk about Bobby McCain's one and only interception on the season. Ladies and gentlemen, he got one in the San Francisco game, if you can remember back that far, when Ryan Fitzpatrick was still a starter. Jeez, that was a long time ago. Oh, you got to do better than that, man. I'm out here defending you each and every week in the comment section. I need more than one interception on the season.
Yeah, you got to give it up. But what was yours?
Oh, man, listen, because you know me, I love defense. Let's go to the way our defense played in that Rams game. I mean, like, everybody wrote us off, and it was Tua's first game. He comes in, it's a sack fumble that they recover, and then that defense just put that kid on his back. And in that moment, I really feel like we all felt like something flipped. Like, they were playing good before that. But the way that defense came out in that Rams game, man, if I could have been in that stadium with that energy, to me, that has to be number one. And number two, if I really had to be honest.
Oh, you got more? We get to have more than one? Because I got another.
Listen, we're celebrating this season, TD. You can have as many as you want.
All right, go with your second, then I give you my second.
Oh, man. My second one, really, like, honestly, it has to be the way that team fought in the Kansas City game. Down 20 points in the fourth quarter. And then, I think the first play, X goes in and gets an interception. And we're like, oh, my gosh, granted, a lot of mine are defensive moments. Like, if we really want to talk about it, a lot of them are defensive moments. But I would have to say that, just fighting to make it, I don't want to say respectable, but to know that every it doesn't matter how much you're up by us. If you give us a chance to come knocking on that door, we're going to try to kick it down. What else you got, TD?
I got the Raiders game.
Gosh.
I mean, it was a crazy moment. You know, nobody expected it. That was definitely a highlight of the season, the way that it went down. Unfortunately, we definitely didn't want it to go down under the circumstances of Tua Tagovailoa getting benched. But what a comeback! What a beautiful ending. You know, it was a storybook ending. It's always amazing when people give up and then miracles happen. You know, so that was a huge moment.
Who gave up? I didn't give up.
No, it was people in the comment section, you know, they gave up, you know, and they were humbled after it. So it was pretty cool, you know. Those moments are always great.
I think it was a Big E, his YouTube page. He had a collab of like all the Dolphins celebration to that play and that game-winning kick. And it's crazy because like each single time I really watched it, like some like euphoria came to me each and every single time to see the elation and the joy on, you know, this fan base's face. We had thought at that moment we had exercised our demons until we're not gonna.
So a lot of us were mad in that game, like, man. But we pulled it off, and that was beautiful. The way, because the refs, it felt like the refs were trying to rob us. It's like they were cheating us with those bogus pass interference calls, the non-call of offensive pass interference for the touchdown. All that mess was stacking up against us, and it replayed to me the year before when Nick Needham had that crappy call that they called on him at the end of the game when Brian Flores went crazy. And I just felt it happening all over, but we made it work regardless, man. So that's why that's probably number 2 for me this season.
Okay. I will say I'm going to do one more, third one, right? Third one. And a lot of people aren't going to like this one, but it is a memorable moment. It is something that we are going to have to live with, and we cannot escape it. It was week 17. And I'm not saying memorable.
That was the highlight for the season?
I didn't say it was a highlight. I said it was memorable. Like it's embedded in my memory. I didn't put it as our greatest moment. My greatest moment was but if we're gonna be honest, that game, it's gonna be in our mind until we get that one back. I'm sorry. Like I still sometimes replay those plays in my head. And that's
forget that one. Forget that one.
That's not what to. If we're gonna put it on a positive note, let's go to that Cardinals game and how Gonzalez, I believe it was Gonzalez, that dude could not make anything. It just seemed like fate. Like at that moment, I'm like, we're coming off the Rams, we got the Cardinals. It just seems like everything is working for us, right? And then the injury happened, and we're not going to talk about the injury that Tua had to sustain this year, but I really remember that Cardinals game, just knowing that we had Jason Sanders and just that feeling of knowing, you know, that he was going to make every kick. We're not going to correlate that to the last week of the season. But
you bring up the
Sanders, the Pro Bowl.
You bring up the Cardinals game, and we should be happy about it, but you brought up week 17 first, so that deflates the Cardinals game. I can't even get excited about the Cardinals game because now you got my mind on week 17. Phinsanity, you have to understand, week 17 is trauma. It's trauma for Dolphin fans, okay?
Well, we got to exercise that trauma. We cannot ignore it.
No, you bury it in there. Like, you do the wrong thing and suppress it and don't seek the help you need and just cope with it in life and hope that, I don't know, that it's trauma though. Okay.
Let them be one of the skeletons in the closet, that you hope never comes out.
I hope. Oh, boy, if we see that again, you know what? I'm trying my very best not to talk about specific individuals, and that's why I'm trying to reserve.
We're celebrating the team.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying my best, but you tested me by bringing up week 17. Okay, I'm trying my best. Okay.
So between Denver and Bills. Wow, listen, guys, we are not here to talk.
Next question. I did it into the traumas.
All right, bet. Okay.
Oh, man.
Which player on the team surprised you the most? And we're all expecting you to say X first because of the slander.
Yeah, X didn't surprise me. He definitely didn't surprise me the most. I always knew he was a good player. Also, I knew that I said it at the beginning of the season. Now I've always said he had his flaws, but I said at the beginning of the season, and most people who hate on me anyway not gonna remember this. I said this might be his best season because of the overall defense. I just wouldn't bet on him long term paying that kind of money, especially what he's probably going to want now. So X wasn't a surprise for me. Let's see, who was my biggest surprise on this team? It's players that no one really thinks about. I got to give it up to guys like they didn't have like the biggest season, but I saw where their future trajectory is going to help this team. And it's one person in particular that I'm proud of this year that I want to rock with and hope that he even builds and gets better. And before I answer, no, stop. It ain't Bobby McCain. I want to see if anybody in the comment section knows who I'm talking about first, if that's cool. Put it in the comment section. Who do you think I'm talking about right now? I'm giving you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
Thank you, Donald.
6,
I got one, Bobby.
5, 4, no, 3, nobody. 2, 1, 0. Nobody said it. I can't believe nobody said it. And nobody's still saying it. Like, I'm mad because I'm waiting on somebody to actually say it. And we appreciate the donation.
Definitely.
He said, I'm happy you brought back Phinsanity 5 Mondays. See the GOAT. Please check out No Passes Given tonight. Is that like a Netflix special or something? But I'm glad we back for Phinsanity Monday as well. It's one of my favorite. I promise y'all. But nobody still said it, Phinsanity. Nobody. It's Landon Roberts. It's a Landon Roberts. I really like this game. I love what he provided in the run-stopping defense. He did get injured late in the season. But Landon Roberts is a guy who we need to continue to invest in and help him continue to grow. A lot of people may even overlook that right now. But that's what we mean by finding those gems and creating potential starters of the future or real depth. So I don't know what they're going to do with Landon this offseason, but I really hope that he's someone who they continue to invest in. I love what he did in the run game. This season. So it's just my take. When I watch film, I see small things. I just love the physicality. I love how he gets from point A to B. I love how he attacks the gaps. His game wasn't perfect, but he has that dimension in his game that you look for in a gritty linebacker. You just hope that he continues to grow. So that's just, it's just somebody I knew nobody would think about, but I loved his game this year. I just did, And I already know some people were better than the Landon Roberts. I understand that, guys, but some people are also expected to be better than the Landon Roberts. So
I really feel I feel like with all the slander that Bobby got all off season, Bobby should have been everybody's choice.
Yeah, but Bobby might get cut. We'll talk about that another time.
Listen, I've looked at the numbers and it's not looking good for me. I know everybody is going to
numbers don't work in his favor.
Just send me flowers. Just send me flowers if Bobby doesn't make it, because it's looking like that. The player who surprised me the most, and you know what? It's not even, because I don't even want to say like it's a disappointment surprise, but it kind of is. Like
disappointment surprise?
Yeah, like I expected more from him.
I got one for you after you done. Unless it's the same one, but go ahead.
I expected so much more from him, and it was like it wasn't even close. Like it wasn't even like what I needed it to be. Like,
can you name somebody?
Jordan Howard.
Oh,
Jordan Howard and Breida are starting running backs. How about that? So then on the good side of it, we had a guy named Myles Gaskin.
Pop up. Needs to replace Bobby McCain. Maybe. But listen, Jordan Howard, you're right. That is, I ain't even care about him anymore. They let him be about his business.
No, listen, because me and you had a bet that I don't have to pay because of an injury clause. Like it's funny to me because there's an injury for the injury clause.
See, you listen, just the bet. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go check the video.
I ball game. Listen, he said if either player gets injured, it's voided out, and it was, I believe, who would have the most touchdowns.
And we betted that.
No, I bet that they wouldn't have at least 10 wins. So yeah, I got to pay that one up. Dang it.
What we bet?
A T-shirt. I paid Mr. Ball Game. I sent him the cash for his T-shirt. So now I guess I got to send you yours. Darn Tannehill. Jesus, just when you expect the kid to fall off. But no, I guess a happy surprise. Does anyone know how much Van Ginkel's making this year or made last year?
Pennies.
It was pennies. Do you know what he's gonna be hitting us with next year? Van Ginkel's only gonna be worth $900,000 next year. And you don't even want to talk about how low his cap hit is. That man, he had the opportunity when Vince Biegel went down in August and went on IR with a torn Achilles, and he rose to that moment each and every week. That man was flashing everywhere. And shout out to Mr. Ballgame for being on this guy before any one of us saw the potential in this. Mr. Ballgame was on Van Ginkel back when we was going 5-11. And we just all sitting here like, all right, Mr. Ballgame, do look all right. But for him to take the steps that he took this year, oh my gosh, that man gonna want to get paid soon, and he's gonna deserve it because the way he bought out each and every week, he's just one of those names you always heard, or the number that you always saw in the backfield. That's all I'm gonna go with. But who's your disappointing surprise? Hey, Mr. Ballgame.
My disappointing surprise. No one would believe that it was a surprise. It was a guy who was thought to, just come in and take over the franchise, be the GOAT right away, be heads and bounds better than the competition automatically. He was just going to be the next greatest thing of all time. This is what was told to us. And, he just didn't live up to the build. He didn't live up to the build. Oh man, it was a huge disappointment because I was looking for, this specific year to be one of the greatest ever. That's what we were told, but it didn't work out that way. And I think everybody knows who that is. Noah Monogamy. Gotcha.
Man.
Hey, ain't no big surprise about Tua. I told y'all when he was coming in the league, he was gonna struggle. I told y'all that. There ain't no Tua, ain't no big disappointment. Noah was a big disappointment, even though it was a reach. You thought, he'd be a little bit more competitive as a rookie, but he is still a rookie at the end of the day. So we hope that we look to see him having a much better year next year. I was a little disappointed because I wanted to see at least small flashes. I didn't see that outside of the few reps he got later in the year. He played some valuable reps, looked, decent on the field. But at the same token, that's nothing for me to change my stance right now. We'll see what that turns out to be next year. And it's that simple, man. So that was my biggest surprise. That's it.
You going with a rookie? That's what we gonna do.
Yeah, it was rugby. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with
You gonna send our rookie? Come on,
hold on.
A rookie?
You mean to tell
we ain't talking about somebody.
Hold on, Phinsanity. You mean to tell me if we drafted Trevor Lawrence this year and he come out of his rookie year and look like Pat White, we don't have a right to say that was a surprising disappointment? I'm just saying. I mean, rookies aren't exempt.
Next question, I believe. That's different.
All right.
Why you always trying to compare apples and oranges? They were literally moving like their number one receivers on Noah in our scheme and putting them on him. Like, come on.
Oh, no. I get it, but again, you spent the first round pick. You spent the first round pick on it though. So at the end of the day, you got to be able to show a few attributes. Huh?
You develop him. He was
the scout on the field. But again, I was surprised because I thought that this was one of those golden picks that Flores and them knew about that I didn't see. Time will tell.
It took me a couple of weeks to get his, feet back underneath him. It happens. But that's a rookie. We're not slandering rookies today. Rookies are off limits, TD.
I didn't slander anybody. You just asked the question.
We gotta protect our young guys.
You didn't say veteran,
I mean, I've been trying to keep it to them,
No,
right, so
if I was to go somebody who's more tenured, I would have to go with Jakeem Grant as a receiver.
See, that makes sense.
I wish I had a little more from him. I was actually counting on him this year to take the next step. So that's where I'm at with that.
What did Hold up. Donald said thank you, Donald. I really appreciate that question. I'll have TD address it at a later date, maybe on the next Phinsanity Monday.
The rookie players when you have more veteran players. Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you really think about it, none of our veteran players for me disappointed me on a level like that, really. Even if some of them came up a little short of what you like, it wasn't a huge disappointment. Outside of Jordan Howard, cut him. First of all, I never was high on Jordan Howard in the first place. I knew with this type of line. Yeah, I knew with this type of line, King and Drake and Ballage had taught us is, this line couldn't handle the big backs. We need to continue to fix the line so that they can handle a power back. So we needed a shifty guy who can squeeze through smaller holes and different things like that.
Who taught us that?
Huh?
Who taught us about this offensive
line? Kenyon Ballage.
Kenyon Drake and Kalen Ballage did not have this offensive line.
Yeah, this is an add-on to a degree. It's the same build.
I'll let you have that one because we're not going down this rabbit hole conversation about running backs.
We had new pieces. I get that, but they even showed early in the season that the big back couldn't do it.
Next question. Listen, we're here to celebrate.
All right, there for a second, real quick. I'll even go out on a limb to tell you this. Had we been running Ahmed and Gaskins in the first 3 games more, we probably would have at least got one of those games, and probably the Buffalo one. Be quite honest with you, we got zero contribution on the ground starting the season, and I mean literally zero. Trying to go between Breida, Howard, and stuff, and Gaskins was mixing up reps, but no, I wish they would have identified that right away. They should have let Gaskins have 100% of the carries right away, but they were splitting them early. Even though he was still the starter, he had more reps. They shouldn't have even been trying it out with those other guys. But, that's something this just comes to mind to me.
Listen, it's different. It's different. It was a different offseason, so they had to go with the veteran guys and give them a shot. That's all I'm gonna say. Who do we blame for not making that change sooner? Anyway, listen, because we got to get through this. I need your MVP, your most improved, and by some way, shape, or form, our rookie of the year. And I feel like we all should know who our rookie of the year is.
MVP, most improved, and then rookie of the year. So we got to start with MVP, most improved. Ooh, this is a good one. MVP, most improved. Now, hold on. Those are three different things. MVP, then most improved, then rookie of the year. Okay,
let's start with MVP. Everybody fill up the comment section with your MVP of the season.
The MVP of the season is Xavier Howard by far.
Oh my gosh. It's Bobby McCain. Why can nobody get this answer correct?
Stop that mess.
It is Bobby McCain.
You stop that mess.
I'm writing it out. Bobby
McCain ain't Bobby McCain wouldn't be fifth on the list.
Don't do that. Don't disrespect that man like that.
I mean, he had a good season, but come on now.
Xavier Howard.
What was the next one? Most improved?
Yeah, give me your most improved. Someone said Jason Sanders.
Jason Sanders the GOAT. I should have said he was the MVP. I don't know what I'm thinking. Co-MVP. X and Sanders. They ain't finna try my homie like that. That's my homie. Listen.
Your homie?
Jason Sanders gonna be here for 40 years, kicking field goals. Gonna be the best of all time. Mark my words. See y'all in 40 years. But anyway,
he gonna break Orlando's records. That's what you got?
What happened?
Orlando Murray, he's breaking all those records.
Him, man.
He gonna
forget all about Orlando Murray. We gonna forget all about Orlando Murray.
Never.
He gonna crush him, man. Man, done. Anyway, most improved player for me. Gosh,
this is so easy. I
already got somebody in my head. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anyone specifically. Make sure that I'm not missing anyone specifically. Most improved.
So they had to be on the roster last year. Let's make that a stipulation. They had to be on the roster last year and on the roster this year. Yes.
This is so hard to me because there's a lot of guys who play good football, but a lot of those guys also played it as a result of what was around them too. So
give me three candidates and we'll let the comment section decide. Give them three options and we'll let them decide.
Okay,
give me three candidates and we'll let
my first option. Here's my first option. Nick Needham.
Okay.
Option number 2. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is tough. Option number 2 would have to be man, this is tough.
Let that Flores bring in the best out of these guys. We need to start paying attention more to our position.
I'm gonna say this. Eric Rowe.
Okay.
Eric Rowe, number 2.
Eric Rowe did a lot of dirty work this year.
Number 3, most improved. Nick Needham, Eric Rowe. Oh, you don't get it. Ooh, Phinsanity, you got the great questions today.
I'm trying to let people know how good everything was this year. I mean, and then we had some bright moments. We have a bright future. Thank you, Tyrone Hall. Roll Tide, by the way, too. I don't see you responding to the Roll Tide.
This is literally nerve-wracking.
Someone keeps banging the door for Jesse Davis. Jesus. Someone says Gaskin.
For me, I kind of got it tied between like a player like Gaskins and Gesicki. I feel tied between those guys. I know a lot of people. Before we talk about those three, I want to go ahead and knock out two people that everybody keep bringing up. Mike Gesicki for number one. Mike Gesicki has always showed these skills. It's just that he got more reps this year. Okay, so I think he's always been this good. He just got more playing time this year, so you saw it more. So more playing time doesn't mean he improved. He's been balling. And Ryan Fitzpatrick, no, he ain't most improved. He had an elevation in his game, but if you really had a most improved out of him, he would have never got benched because it would have not Fitz. Okay, he did improve, but not Fitz. It wasn't Fitz. Okay, so let's go back to the three. Okay, Eric Rowe, Nick Needham. But still, I end up tying between Gesicki and Gaskins. That's why they're out of the picture for me. Gaskins.
Are you snubbing Van Ginkel?
What happened?
Are you snubbing Van Ginkel?
I'm not snubbing him. Once again, I just said another guy who, to me, he's always had that talent, and he showed it in spurts last year, but he just got too limited of reps last year. He got a bigger role this year, so he was able to do it more. That's not improvement to me. That's just more playing time. So Gaskins ran the ball very well, breaking tackles, but he showed you a little bit of that last year too. And Gesicki, there was improvement, but a lot of Gesicki, his improvement in his game, he's always had it. It's just that at this point, put it like this. There wasn't a lot of separation on the field, so in return, him and Devontae Parker got more targets because we were forced to throw more 50-50 balls. I don't know if that makes sense. So he was given more opportunity to show what he already had, in my opinion, this year. He ran better routes and things like that, I believe. But Gesicki still ain't an elite blocker, in my opinion. Some of y'all may disagree, but those are areas I want to see the vast improvement from guys like Gesicki. He got better at blocking. Don't get me wrong, but he still ain't the elite blocker at the tight end position that I believe. Maybe some of y'all disagree. I don't know. So I want to wipe both of them out anyway. Eric Rowe and Nick Needham. That's my for most improved.
So you guys have two options, Eric Rowe and Nick Needham. Whoever gets the most votes in the next 20 seconds is what TD has to go with. Please do not put someone else's name.
Eric Rowe and Nick Needham, even if you have someone else.
People with those two guys, yeah.
And I didn't go with Christian Wilkins because, again, Christian Wilkins is a beast regardless. What y'all got to understand is it was also a product of having more help on the D-line, and I still want to see more from Christian. I still want to see more. Nick Rowe. You see how split it is in the comment section? Phinsanity?
Yeah, I see it's popping up.
You know how split it is between Nick Needham and Eric Rowe? That's my point. See, Nick Needham, he started late last year, but it wasn't enough to where you thought that he might not be a fluke. It was like, yeah, he had a better end of the season last year. They need to keep developing him, but let's not get crazy and act like he's arrived. But this year, when they moved him to the slot, remember, it's a whole different position too. Nick Needham was thrust on the outside last year. He had to go to the nickel. He was in a whole nother position this year. And there were times of the season he was ranked number one at the position in coverage. So, but Eric Rowe was also breaking the top 10 for many weeks at his position. I would have to give it in that order: Nick Needham, then Eric Rowe.
So you're going with Nick. All right. So this one should be, I don't know how long you want to dwell on this one. Your rookie of the year.
Once again, it was a guy that we thought that was going to be, let me stop. Rookie of the year. Rookie of the year. Now that's a good one too.
You really not showing any love to the offensive side of the ball. I just want to, you know.
I know a lot of people are probably going to say Austin Jackson, but I got another rookie on that O-line that I was just very well impressed with, more than Austin Jackson. I ain't saying he better than Austin Jackson, but from me watching film, just the way he plays the game, I was more impressed than Austin Jackson. Don't mean he rated better than Austin. I haven't even checked it yet, but I liked him better. But my rookie of the year may actually have to be on the defensive side of the ball. It's that boy that Flores got excited about. I'm sorry. So
Roll Tide.
You know, which Roll Tide? Let's get that straight. What you talking about?
You said on the defensive line. You said
I ain't see Flores get excited in the first round, but it was a guy in the later rounds that he was like he had Christmas. It was that guy, Raekwon Davis, man. That's my rookie of the year. Raekwon is my rookie, and I'm sorry, but my runner-up is Solomon Kinley. I know people are going to be like, what about Austin Jackson? I'm sorry. When I watch film, I just love Solomon Kinley's game on the O-line. And he's gritty, man. I just love his aggressiveness. That's my guy on the O-line, believe it or not. That's my guy. But number one, Raekwon Davis. He balled out. He balled out. A lot of things that's going to go unnoticed because he plays in the middle. Like, that's the thing. Those middle guys on the defensive line, it's not a sexy position that gets a lot of attention, but it's one of the most important positions in this game. And he listen, as a rookie, he was top notch. Just think about it. As a rookie, the level he started at, imagine 2 years from now.
Give me me.
Oh boy. Imagine 2 years from now how this kid gonna look. Oh man, I wish I could say this about quarterback. Okay, what did you say?
No, I'm just talking about Bama, because everybody likes to slander Bama.
No, just say quarterbacks. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, so now we're gonna look forward to 2021, and this is like doing all the little mathematics in your head about who could possibly be there, who could possibly be gone, yada 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 yada. Boom. Which position group are you most excited to watch next year?
Which position group am I most excited to watch next year?
And it's also this. Hold up. And which position group do you think needs the most enhancement this offseason? So it's 2 questions, but I need some groups.
So my answer is the same group, but it ain't a group. It's a person. The one that I'm most excited to see this year is the quarterback position. I'm not naming anyone. The position. Okay. And what needs the most improvement? The quarterback position. It needs the most improvement. Just that simple. Drops mic.
No,
what? I didn't name it.
You didn't say anything.
I'm excited about seeing the quarterback position, and the position that needs the most improvement is the quarterback position. Shout out to the homie Anthony Coleman with the donation. Said, hey, I have a question for both of you. What do you think we need for Miami Dolphins offense? Well, I just answered mine. Go ahead, Phinsanity.
Najee Harris. I'm sticking to it. Roll Tide. I'm sticking to it. Listen.
Well, you're right. You're right about that. I'll take Najee any day because our current quarterback sure can't hand the ball off.
We need a 1,000-yard rusher, and we don't need a running back by committee. Like I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I'm sorry. I'm through with it. Give me Najee Harris, 3 down back. And listen, he can get you a 4th and 1, 4th and inches. You ain't got to worry about Tua trying to get up in the crevices of all that. Turn around, hand that ball over, and let that man pick that up for you. So we're going with Najee Harris from Alabama.
You should be careful, Phinsanity.
Why? Careful what you wish for?
You just named the quarterback for 2021. You should be careful. That could change any day now.
Well, listen, I'm naming who my quarterback is. That's my quarterback. Like, until further notice.
Who?
Tua. Tua is our starting quarterback right now, correct?
Oh, I'm not sure. It depends on if Chris Greer on the phone right now or not. Hey, we're not going to talk about it. All right. I'm not having time. I'm leaving it alone, okay?
Don't start that. Listen, we said we was not going to bring up none of that slanderous.
Make sure your phone got minutes on it. Or you got that unlimited. Okay. Make sure you need any call from Houston. You just, don't miss it, all right?
That's what so basically you putting your eggs in the basket. All right.
Huh?
You're putting your eggs in the basket already.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that whole Tua Watson thing. I'm talking about Randall Cobb. You know, we need receivers, right? Don't think I'm talking about Watson. Oh, I wouldn't dare talk about Watson for Tua. I wouldn't dare do that.
You're talking about Randall Cobb.
Yeah. I wouldn't talk about Watson. No. I wouldn't dare do such a thing.
I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that one, but nah. There's too many young guys coming out in this free agency that fit the bill. All right, boom. As far as look at Mr. Ballgame dropping gems already. That's right, Mr. Ballgame. You keep dropping those gems for everybody in the comment section. You know, I'm telling you, Mr. Ballgame, like one day should like get like really like a position there, like a consultant job, like, you know, scout. Like I could see Mr. Ballgame being a great scout for us, you know, working his way up, and then, you know, the franchise, and then Mr. Ballgame head coach 30 years from now, something like that. He'll still be around. Or get a, you know, a staff position coach, you know. I'm here for you, Mr. Ballgame. I'm just going to need them sideline tickets. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. All right, listen. This is my last question, and then we're going to wrap it up. It's basically to acknowledge how great this team is, but also understanding where we need to get better at. All right, this is for everybody because I've been, you know, mulling over this question all day. I asked my dad. He gave me some great names, and this is going to allow us to relive our great, illustrious history. If you could take any player in Dolphins history and put it on the team, our 10-6 team from last year, who would it be, and who would they replace on the team? And also, Dan Marino is not an option. The quarterback position is not an option, people. It's not an option.
Why we can't go get Pat White? Oh, I forgot he already on the roster. I'm sorry. Forget move on. Ignore me.
I literally said Marino was not an option, and everybody just starts filling it up. Rashante, that's who I said. Ricky Williams. Someone said Zach Thomas, but you got to let me know who are they replacing, and they had to play for us. So Lorenzo Booker, Drew Brees does not count. I'm sorry. Sayal, okay. Jason Taylor. But you got to let me know who you're replacing them with, because it's only a 53-man roster, so somebody got to be out. Someone said Reggie or Ricky. I don't think I would put Reggie and Ricky in the same sentence, though. Someone said Jarvis, Zonka, Cam, Wake. I don't know why someone said, okay. Someone said,
who would I get? Man, that's a great one.
Yeah. And listen, we're going to revisit this we're going to revisit this later. Someone said Chad Johnson. We did not get to see Chad. Wow, that's interesting. Someone said Zach Thomas, get rid of Roberts. Let Jarvis replace Grant. Someone said bring back Brian Hartline. Josh Rosen, I'm not going to overlook that. Stevenson, that is who was someone my dad actually named Dwight Stevenson. That's funny. Clayton, yeah. Paul Soliai, Paul Warfield. You guys see all these great guys we've had.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I would have to go get Jason Taylor and finish his defense off. And I would replace Shaq.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I'll let Ogbah and Jason Taylor eat.
You said what? I'm sorry. I had to address Miles Johnson for trying to replace Mom.
I will let Ogbah and Jason Taylor run those ends.
Someone said Dwight Stevenson and Larry Little. I actually have Larry Little's number on my arm. Little tidbit. Actually have.
Man.
You could address all. We've had some great offensive linemen. You feel me?
You know who I would actually bring in? I would bring in Ndamukong Suh. I would bring him in with Raekwon Davis and Christian Wilkins. Everything's fixed now. I would bring him in right in the middle, and I promise you we would have won 12 games this year. Early in the season when we couldn't stop the run at all. Yeah, when we were getting gashed on the ground, we couldn't run. We couldn't stop nothing. Yeah, I would bring in Ndamukong Suh. We'd be in the playoffs.
And who does he replace?
I mean, the injured one, as far as I care. The one that got hurt.
Don't talk about Godchild like that.
Yeah, I'm saying. I mean, he got hurt. He wasn't here to help anyway.
They had to be on the
I would have had him because he would have and again, it still wouldn't have provided a true guy up the middle, but those three guys would have still caused all type of problems. Like, imagine all three of those guys, man. That would still cause all kind of problems.
Someone said Big Cat TD that you would bring back Sue.
I would.
No, listen, there's a lot of names. I'm just glad, It's just funny how like we didn't even mention. Like, I think I saw someone mention Clayton, but like,
what for? What
we could have had the Mark? You could have had the Mark brothers back for separation.
I mean, you need somebody to throw the ball. Pat White can't get the ball to them.
We have somebody could throw the ball. They ain't gonna do that. Tim Bowens. Ooh, Mr. Ballgame. Don't do that to him like that. Don't do it to him like that. Wow. I didn't even get to see that much of Tim, but I remember the little bit that I saw. Someone said Clayton over Parker. First of all, I would keep Parker and let go of Preston. But I mean, I get what you're saying. So I'm just glad someone said, huh?
Somebody said Mika Fitzpatrick.
Nah, Ted Ginn.
Oh, I can't believe it. Got our homie. It's one person we would definitely bring back. He would have made our season all the way better. Deion Jordan, baby. Oh man, it ain't April Fool's yet. Deion Jordan, baby. Ooh. Somebody said Ronnie Brown. Man, Ricky over Ronnie any day of the week, man.
Yeah. I mean,
Ricky over Ronnie. Hey, who you like better, Ronnie Brown or Jay Ajayi?
Ooh. Are we getting Wildcat Ronnie? Or are we just
getting Miami Dolphins version? Ajayi or Ronnie?
That's a good question, man. Wow.
Man, this should be easy with Phinsanity. Stop falling in love with 3-year-old measly 200-yard games.
Listen, that's why I said, am I getting Wildcat Ronnie? If I'm getting Wildcat Ronnie, then sure, why not? But who's his counterpart? Because I mean, his counterpart was Ricky. So it's like Lynn Bowden tried to run the Wildcat this year. He just ain't have a counterpart to it really like that.
I'll take Ronnie all day.
Listen, we had some great running backs.
You see how many we done went through? We had Arian Foster, we had Reggie Bush, Ricky, Ronnie, Ajayi. Like we've had, Frank Gore, don't forget about him. We've had a lot of running backs just in the last 20 years that actually have been big names at some point. All Pro Bowlers at some point. We've had a lot of Pro Bowl running backs. That's why I don't put too much stock and merit in a running back. Because we've had a lot of them. We've had a lot of top running backs. And the only one that I loved, absolutely without a shadow of a doubt, was Ricky. Ricky was that guy. Damian Williams, yep.
Ricky was more than that guy.
No, Ricky was the GOAT. Should have been
Ricky was more than that guy. Yeah, there you go. So wait, who other than Dan? Because I think he's like the synonymous greatest Dolphin of all time. Who's the greatest Dolphin of all time? Other than I feel like when you have conversations about the Dolphins, you have to always exclude Dan because he's like so folklore.
Outside of Dan Marino, who's the greatest Dolphin of all time?
Who's the greatest?
Man, come on. You already know who the greatest Dolphin of all time is outside of Dan. It ain't even questionable.
Don't you do it. I see you looking through it.
Gosh, this is simple, man. This ain't hard.
Don't do that. Why do you bring this up? That man can't even tie. That dude can't even shine his shoes. Can't even shine half the guys in the Ring of Honor shoes. Come on, man.
I'm in full troll mode right now. I feel
troll all off season. This is what I have to look forward to. Man, listen.
I'm gonna get serious soon as they make that trade. But anywho, greatest Dolphin right now would have to be that's actually a real good question outside of Dan Marino.
Player, obviously, guys. I understand Shula is great, but like a player. Yeah. Maybe we should save that for the next Phinsanity Monday.
Run down
our top 10 greatest.
It's hard because I want to like half of my rating is going off of experience and hearing from other people when I say Zonka, but then in my era I would have to say Jason Taylor in my time frame.
Someone said Richmond Webb.
Yeah, great one.
Yeah.
Well, but in my time I would have to go with Jason Taylor, and if I was using everybody's time based off of what I hear, Zonka would be up there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another Phinsanity Monday with TDPHINSTALK. Now let me stop. Oh man,
got another one, Phinsanity, real quick before you get out of here. Somebody left a comment. I think for us, let me see. Just out of curiosity, you guys remember the draft picks that we gave up to acquire Ricky Williams?
I don't even, honestly, I don't even remember when the trade happened. Like, that's like, I don't really come up here and talk about my age or anything, but I don't even remember that trade happening. Like, so no, like to say like in live form, like I know it happened, but like,
so
when it actually
happened, right here.
What's up?
In exchange for Williams and their 4th round pick in the 2002 NFL draft, New Orleans acquired the Miami Dolphins' 1st round pick at 25, which was Charles Grant, and a 4th round pick at 125, which is Q Craver, and 1st round pick of 2003 NFL draft, 18th overall, which ended up getting traded as well. So we gave up, man, it looks like 2 firsts and a 4th.
That's what it sounds like. Wow.
If I'm not
But
mistaken.
I mean, it was worth it. I mean, we didn't get the ship, but
yeah.
The way that man used to run Buffalo.
He gave up a lot, but Ricky was that guy, though. Ricky was that guy. What? What's wrong?
No, my dad's going to kill me for that.
For what?
All I think was my dad in the comment section. Hi, Dad. No, he's going to kill me. Like, as soon as
no one said Tannehill. See? You see what I'm talking about? He must have just came in. That's why he missed it when everybody was saying Tannehill in the comment section.
My dad stays low key and quiet, but he's always
he got this thing in his head that says, "Oh, Tannehill being mentioned. Let me go in there and troll TD."
Got a radar and like a Tannehill radar.
Yeah, he know when Tannehill's been brought up. Man. But that Ricky, man. Ricky Williams was the guy for me.
Tannehill won't even crack the top 25. I'm not even capping.
Let me ask you one more question because I know you have to go. Who was your best receiver in the last 20 years in Miami since Dan Marino was gone?
Since Dan Marino was gone?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
As a Miami Dolphin in those years, who was the best receiver in the last 20 years?
I only go off of the guys I remember, right? So I gotta either give it to Chris or Jarvis. Like Chris that's Chambers. I have to. Like those were the guys for me. Mike Wallace had the potential to be Brandon Marshall. He had the potential to be. You never know what Chad would have been. You feel me? Like we've had good names, but like to see it out there, I would have to go. And it's crazy that there's such a big gap. But I love watching Devon Best on third downs. I love Brian Hartline. You feel me? From out of Ohio State. Like there were so many good guys. I love Deion Sims. I mean, like if you were talking about guys just catching the ball, I loved Deion Sims when he was on our team. So we had guys who we like that were dependable, but I gotta give it to my boy Jarvis and Chris.
Oh my God. No, you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. Huh? You gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
I gotta pick one.
Gotta pick one.
I'm gonna go with a lot of people gonna kill me this, but I remember him more. I got to see more of his game. I remember more of his game, like if I were to just do it off of memory. So I gotta go with Jarvis because he's in my generation. And that's just based off of Jarvis should have been a franchise guy. And none of us can dispute that.
Chris Chambers all day, man.
See, you remember Chris like that. When I was watching Chris, I don't even think we had like DirecTV Sunday Ticket yet. Like I think my dad might have just got it, but like I wasn't old enough to understand how
people have to take away. They have to take away Jarvis Landry time in Cleveland as well, like his last 3 years or whatever. Take those away.
Yeah,
we're talking about
what he did
Miami Dolphin
in
player.
Miami.
Chris Chambers all day. Mm-hmm. Chris Chambers for me.
See, I didn't get a lot of Chris Chambers. It's like
man, I'm
like,
mad that it's 5:59, and I know we had an hour because I'll have one more question for you. I'm gonna have to ask you next time.
We can speed through it. Oh, someone said Walker.
All right, real quick. Best cornerback in the last 20 years for the Miami Dolphins.
Don't even do that. Oh man, I gotta go. For me
best
personally,
cornerback. Like their entire career, you got to put it all together as they were with Miami, not with other teams, but their whole career just in Miami.
Let's just say
just the last 20 years, y'all.
His son is coming out this year. His son is coming out this year from Bama. Come on, man. I'm sorry, Pat.
Surtain?
His mama named him Pat.
Hold on, Patrick Surtain. What year was Patrick Surtain?
You like he was there, yeah, because he was there with what's her name? he had a stint in his time with Taylor, so yeah, it works out for me. The math works out for me. You gotta give me Pat. Listen, I loved all of them back then. That defense.
Yeah, he was 98 to 08. You're right. Yeah, he definitely. Man, because we've had a list of corners too, haven't we?
You know, we're gonna break it down. This is where you come to do it.
So would you say Xavier Howard has been better than Brent Grimes' time in Miami overall? I'm just curious.
You know, I love Grimes. I actually have a Grimes jersey. I love Grimy, Optimus Grimes.
All together, both of their time in Miami, Xavier Howard has his time been better than Brent Grimes. I say yes. I give him yes now.
Because of this 10 interception season? That's what took it over the top for you?
Yeah, it probably just got it over.
So we're not talking about the injuries.
Yeah, I'm considering that too. Like before this season, I would say Brent Grimes. Yeah. This season is a part of his resume. You know, you add on cumulatively. So at the end of the day, you know, this was a huge plus. He maintained health for a great portion of the season.
Do you think do you think Grimes may have gone against better wide receiver? Like we would have to like really look at it, like the wide receivers that they
Yeah, I mean it's I mean it could go either way. I just think that, you know, Grimes never had this ceiling. He never like what the X just did. Grimes not gonna do.
Listen, one day we're gonna have to have like these real live discussions, debate. Mr. Ballgame's gonna have to be on here. Dwayne, my dad, like guys who like really like, you know, can really get down into it for us, and we just gonna sit here.
That's what we need to do. We need to have a debate show on which player was better. You know, that'll be interesting because that'll start a whole lot of debates, Phinsanity. Because I can't wait. You know, you already know what the first debate gonna be. Pat White and Tua Tagovailoa. You know, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. But we're gonna have a show where we do all the debates, y'all. We're gonna debate players. What Phinsanity? It's a fair comparison to both rookies, bro. Hey, my troll meter is up right now. I'm sorry, y'all.
I see you. Yeah, no. you gotta set that up. Like even Donald would have a lot to say about this debate. Oh, Donald, Vic, like we gotta no. Don't take this the wrong way, Larry. We gotta get the old heads in here. Like
what's up, Larry?
That's what I want to talk to. Don't take that the wrong way. I need some of the guys that I can just sit down. They're going to give me the era. They're going to break down their competition during that era. They know the records of that era. Like, just bring
John Beck. John Beck.
Listen, nobody's worth going at the limit because he got us one win.
Cleo Limit.
Can't tell me nothing about limit. He got us our one win, baby.
Man, hey, he got it, though. You know what? He got that slant. It was the Camarillo. Or Heartline. Who was it? Who was the slant to? I forgot. It was either Heartline or Camarillo. I forgot. Boy, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was watching that game like it was the Super Bowl. We better get one. I'm telling you, Phinsanity, I was sitting there like, we better get one. We better, boy, I was watching that game like it was the Super Bowl.
We really should break all the quarterbacks since Marino. Like, that would be funny. That would be funny. That would be funny. Break all the quarterbacks since Marino.
Listen, all I know is the worst one on the list out of all of them has to be that bum that put his hands on his waist on a Wildcat play. What's his? I made it a point to forget his name. What's his name again? Adam Gates gonna bring him in, gave that man a free $10 or $12 million. What's that bum name again, man? Yeah, Jay Cutler. Oh, bum. Oh no, like Phinsanity. Literally on a Wildcat play, he out there wide receiver with his hands on his hip. Like, at least act like you gonna go run a route. At least act like it so that the receiver don't just get up. Oh my God! Like, you talk about somebody who just didn't care.
Pepper, geez.
Like, man, like nobody in NFL history has made easier money.
Listen, next Phinsanity Monday, we are ranking every single quarterback. At the end of the show, we're ranking them all. So, TD, that's your homework.
Oh, no,
next Monday, we're ranking them all.
Do that, because Pat White ain't going to be at the bottom. Y'all going to be disappointed.
Pat Wright sacrificed so we can be here today.
I know. Hey, you're right. Hey, boy, I ain't gonna lie. When Pat took that hit, man,
I felt it.
Man, boy, I was sad for the kid, man.
Wait, Marcus Vick ever play a snap for us? Because then he would have to be in the discussion too. Like, I don't know. Like, we got to think about. Remember, we have this Vic on our team. I don't think he ever.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Vic brother was even on our team. Man, that is crazy, ain't it? There has been a lot of quarterbacks. We have been through too many quarterbacks, man. We've been through too many quarterbacks. This is a shame. That's why they need to end all of this quarterback talk and just over the next few weeks, go ahead and agree in principle. Anyway, that's another conversation. But we'll have it sooner rather than later when it happens. But we shall see, man. Somebody said Pat White ain't white. Oh, man, John Vick was the stud for us. Anyway, I know you got to go, Phinsanity. This has been another edition of Phinsanity Monday. We're going to check y'all out next week as always. And the last word is always yours.
Fins up. DWA. Let's go. Next week, we're ranking all of our quarterbacks. So come with your own cheat sheets too, guys, and see where we how we do against y'all.
Yeah, that'd be good. Let's not just do quarterbacks. Let's do them all. Let's go like every position on offense. Like, who is the best this? Who is the best that?
Out of all the ones we had since Marino? Or just in general? Like, you want to do top 10?
Well, we already did a lot of them, honestly, but we can go through tight ends. That'll be a real
position. We should do week by week with position. It'll save me time. Okay,
that's fine. You're right. We'll do our normal
agenda. Up first.
Oh my gosh, that ain't gonna be good, Phinsanity. But all right,
we're gonna laugh through it.
Yeah, we definitely gonna laugh.
We gonna laugh.
We definitely gonna laugh. We're definitely gonna laugh. Anywho, but thank y'all for tuning in to TD FinStalk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. This is Phinsanity Monday. Thank you so much, Phinsanity. We will see y'all next week. DWA, stand up. Dolphins with attitude. Peace.